Hi guys, my name's Alyssa, and if I look tired, it's because I am. I'm working on how to sneak these videos into my new everyday life, which is a little bit of a ridiculous life right now. Remy's in his little swing and the music's playing, and we don't know how long that's gonna last. Thought that I would just do a video for you on the number 6, and it works out well because 6, the next number in my numerology series, really kind of understands children. And so I think you totally understand what's going on with me right now, and that is really cool. So we'll open up with that. Okay, so number 6. Number 6 sometimes is known as the motherhood number, but I feel like as soon as I say that, I'm putting it into a box. And being a mom, well, it's nothing like what I thought it would be, but it's not like anything I didn't think it would be. You know, you're just like, all right, sleepless nights, this thing that always needs you, never loved anything more. He just looks at you with his big blue eyes and you just melt. Number 6 is the motherhood number, but all you men are like, I'm not a motherhood man. What I want to say is that if 1 is the father, 2 I already said was the mother and the wife, 3 is a child, 4 is the house and the walls built up around the family, 5 is the change, the vacations and the new jobs and everything that comes with living your life. 6 then becomes the entire family unit, the relatives, the idea of home and family, the thing that you can't put your finger on, and the idea of the mother and the child together as one unit, like this. The number 6 actually represents the nurturing, protective spirit. Imagine a mother and a child and think about all the things that you need to do in order to keep the baby alive. You really need to be attached to it at all times. But on top of that, it's all about sacrificing and the care and protecting and fixing and teaching and healing and, you know, making sure that this little boy has everything that he needs in life. In the scheme of all the numbers, you cannot go on and have balanced system without the 6, because 6 is kind of the glue that holds it together. 6 is the reason that everybody survives. 6 is the reason why we can heal wounds. 6, if you are a 6, you are the reason why life functions, because you make sure that life can go on living. If you look at a baby, this baby is completely helpless. I can't make a video without him on me, because if I put him somewhere else, he doesn't know what to do. He's completely lost. And the 6 is there to show his face, to let everyone know that you're not lost, that there is something for you. A lot of times the 6 can get in the rut and be like, why am I here to help people? Why am I here to nurture people? Why am I here to make sure everyone else survives? Like, who's making sure I survive? Which can be the 6's biggest downfall, I think. In general, I've known that lots of 6s, I call them whiners. I feel like they whine about everything. When my husband gets home from work, I whine to him about all the things I had to do. But I had to do them. And I keep doing them. I don't stop them. I just bitch about it later. Earmuffs. I have his ears. And that's what the 6 does. 6 is called to do all these things, to care for the people around them. And there is never a better friend than a 6. Though you can find that if you do have 6s in your life, besides their compulsive whining, they can become very intrusive. They really want to know what you're doing, why you're doing it, and try to fix it themselves and heal your wounds even when you don't ask them to. It's kind of like when your baby grows up. And a 6 has a problem staying around too long and going way too deep into people who don't want it. A 6 is going to be your friend even when you don't want to be their friend. A 6 isn't going to take the hint. A 6 wants to be involved and wants to take care of you the way that you would a child, and they don't understand that there's a cutoff point when the child grows up and the child doesn't need you anymore, and it's hurtful to the 6. Because it's not just like the child doesn't need you anymore, it's like the child rejects you and all you did was love them, right? Because one day Remy's going to grow up and he's going to think I suck. Right now he thinks I'm the world. Another thing that can happen with the 6, besides that rejection, just puke on me, is they can actually be walked all over. They can be doormats in relationships especially. And it actually has to do with the people that they choose. They choose people to date that they can help. The man wants to choose the damsel in distress. The woman wants to choose the man with the mommy issues, the man who is cheated on, the man who had the past relationship that sucked. As a 6, you go for those lost causes because it is in your nature to want to caretake. And so you really do date these people that couldn't live without you. Metaphorically and literally speaking, sometimes these people really can't live without you. So they just get into these really bad relationships for way too long because they're not going to be the one to leave them. Everybody else has given up on this person. You're not going to. What is an issue here is that you have a life to live too, 6. Your life is just as important as anyone else's life. I'm not going to say just as important or more important. I think we all have equally important missions, lives in general. And I know sometimes it feels like your mission is to care for other people, but that's just kind of a part of what you do. Another big mission in your life is to care for yourself. I think about Lindsay Lohan, and I know we don't know her at all. I know I don't know her, but she's a 6. It's been a long time coming for her to start taking care of herself. 6s don't want to take care of themselves, and they have to. And sometimes you have to leave that abusive relationship because it's not helping you take care of yourself. It's not helping you get your needs. I know some women, 6s, who want nothing more than to have a baby, than to really nurture, caretake, love something that would just help them express their life path. And they're with men who don't want to give them babies. And they stay with the man. And it's like, sometimes relationships don't work out when you're void of what you can get. You're pushing your 40s, lady, and you're dating a man for 10 years. You might get out of this relationship and you may not even be able to have a baby when it comes time to it. And that's sad because that's all you've ever wanted. I'm not saying that all 6s even want babies, but I am saying that it is part of a 6 life path to have that in them because of the fact that they just are good at it. There doesn't make a better mother than a 6 because of how they can take care of and heal and nurture and protect. There's a lot of that I never knew that I wasn't good at until I had a baby. It doesn't come naturally for me. Some of these things make me want to pull my hair out, but for a 6, it just comes naturally. And for a man too. It doesn't make a better father, nurturing, loving, protective father than a 6. A 6 life path, you can go all different ways. You can be creative, you can be talented, you can be smart, you can be stylish, you can be ridiculous, you can be super normal, you can be structured, whatever. The 6 can be all those things. But what a 6 is the glue that holds the community together. And as soon as you lose yourself, you're annoying. No one wants to be around someone that's forgotten themselves, because once you forget yourself, you whine and you complain about other people, and it's like, then stop taking care of these people. You obviously don't like it, but you do like it. They actually make great leaders because they can sense what people need. They make great landlords, great relatives. They're really trusting. That's another reason they get walked over so easily, is they trust that people are good at heart. You know why? Because a 6 is good at heart. So if you are a 6 what you need to know in your life is to not forget yourself, like so many moms do. So many moms, they become mothers and they lose sense of themselves. They lose sense of who they are because they become their children. And yeah, you need to care for your children, and you need to love them, and you need to be there, and you need to actually nurture, caretake, all those things. Well, that was a good head. And you need to come to their aid when they're crying. You need to know when to cut videos short because your baby's done. Yeah. You can't forget about yourself. And if that means waking up a little bit earlier and being a little bit tired just to put on some makeup so when you go to the store you don't feel like trash. It makes a big difference. And that's just a metaphor for you sexes. Alright, that's all I can do for now. Bye-bye. You say goodbye. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.